hierarchy of privilege, and perhaps most relevant to today, there is irreversible environmental devastation. So if your idea after the march, it's a good idea to go get a burger or order a pizza, just remember that industry, the global animal agribusiness, eats up and destroys 1/3 of the planet's land surface. It is directly responsible for topsoil depletion, deforestation, species extinction, and so on, overfishing and so on. And it is the #1 source of human-created greenhouse gases, which translates directly into climate change. So if you call yourself an environmentalist, if you call yourself an activist, here's a new decision for you. Start living it 24 hours a day. Embrace food justice 24 hours a day. What it comes down to is that nothing matters unless we have a functioning ecosystem. Whatever your personal issue is, go for it. We need as many activists as possible, but none of it matters unless the ecosystem is functioning, and that's where we can unite. We must make these big connections. We can't just focus on one corporation. We can look at the other corporations that are killing the ecosystem via the food industry. There are far too many to name, but there could be Cargill, Tyson, Smithfield, KFC, Nestle's, McDonald's, and so on. So we must bring down Monsanto, but we can't forget all the other corporations. And this is where our food choices and our commitment to food justice connects directly to Wall Street. And it has the support of both political parties, and it makes possible so-called free trade agreements like the Trans-Pacific Partnership, aka TPP. And if that passes as it stands right now, it means that more third world countries will be forced to shift to factory farming in order to remain competitive. So that translates into game over for the environment. So the idea, as you see what I'm doing here, is to make connections between the big issues and connections with each other. Do not leave this march today without making some new connections, preferably some people that might not agree with you on everything. And then use these new connections to create more actions. One day isn't enough. We need to make a habit of this. So we need to embrace activism as a lifestyle. And I know that choosing sustained activism or direct action can be a frightening or a scary choice. But ask yourself this: is there anything more frightening and more scary than surrendering control of your food and your water? So do not opt for the illusion of safety over the quest for justice. There are good reasons to be afraid, comrades, but there are better reasons to be bold. So it's simple as this. In this struggle that we're in, it's real simple. Either you're working to preserve the future or you're not. So ask yourself, which side am I on? Because we need a planet with far fewer reasons to grieve and far more reasons to celebrate. And the good news is that there is a growing celebration meeting right here at the corner of empathy and anger. And what we're planning is nothing short of a global jailbreak. So join us. And remember these words: ask not what your ecosystem can do for you. Ask what you can do for your ecosystem. Peace and power to all species. Thank you.